Gore, and I don't give a fuck. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another movie review for Gore's Month of Horror. This is number 9, and this time I am taking a look at the new iteration to the Hellraiser saga, Hellraiser Revelations, or Revelation. I think it's Revelation. Hellraiser Revelation. The correct title's in the friggin' top title over there. And this is actually the 9th Hellraiser movie since it, the first one came out in like the early 80s, I think, or maybe even later 80s. I don't remember, but I wasn't alive back then. But I don't want to spoil what I think of the first 2 Hellraiser movies because I actually really do want to do a review for both of them later on in Gore's Month of Horror. But I'm going to tell you right now, most of the other sequels, besides the first 2, are absolutely horrible. They are horrendous movies. They really are. I mean, they might have some nice little gore and some practical effects at times, but everything else is downright hideously terrible. And does this one, is this the same? Is this brand new straight-to-DVD horror film the same? Well, I just said straight-to-DVD horror film, so that should answer your question there. But you know what? Let's talk about the story. The story starts off with a somewhat found footage-esque type movie where it follows these 2 unlikable, dumb as shit teenagers that one of them is recording with a freaking camcorder their adventure to Mexico. They go there, they have parties, they kill a hooker right in the beginning of the movie. That was quick. And yeah, it goes south real quick. And then they meet up with some hobo-looking dude, and they buy a puzzle box. If you know Hellraiser, you already know where that's going. From him, and the guy says, "Yo, get this, and it'll give you so much pleasure and stuff if you solve it, and blah blah blah." And he's all like, "No, take it, it's free." And they're all like, "Dude, we're bros." And they go and unlock it, and of course, boom, bad things happen with the, of course, Cenobites, led by Pinhead, the lead Cenobite as they call him, but we call him Pinhead now. And yeah, that's bad, but that's not actually really where the story really takes off. The story takes off with the family of both of the kids that are missing, because they're both missing now, just meeting up and like talking about stuff or having a party. I'm not really sure what the hell they're doing in this house. I think they're just like, meeting up just to talk. And then boom, one of the kids comes home and he's all like, blah blah blah, Cenobites and shit. And you're all like, what the hell is going on? He's just all freaking out, and then he passes out, and you're like, oh my god, what the hell's going on? And then boom, that hobo guy comes back, and then shit just goes wild. The Cenobites are coming back, there's blood everywhere, and it's retarded. I'll give this movie credit. It does mix found footage with regular movie adequately, I guess, somewhat adequately, okay, I guess, but for the most part, everything else is so bad in this movie. It's so predictable, so terribly written with the characters. These are some of the most despicable, unlikable, douchebag characters and whiny and annoying characters I've seen in a horror film in years. They are horrible. These characters are just so bad, and the acting doesn't help either. Now, I don't have the list of actors in front of me because they're all no-name pieces of shit, but they're all horrible. They really are. Especially the new guy that plays Pinhead, because it's not Doug Bradley, that's his name, I think, who played Pinhead in the last like 18 freaking movies. No, this time it's some other muscle-bound dude. He's like muscular and big-headed and weird-looking, and he just does not do a good job as Pinhead. He's just bad in this movie, really. And there's just so many inconsistencies and stupid-ass shit in this story that just doesn't make sense if you actually watch the first 2, or maybe even the later sequels of Hellraiser. It just doesn't make any sense at times. It's just stupid as all hell. It really is, and it's just not enjoyable. I'll give you an example of how disgusting and just unlikable these characters are. There's one scene where a girl, a part of one of the families that are meeting up in this house, sees her brother, and she starts making out with her brother. Why? Give the movie some credit later on. You figure out why she made out with her brother, and it kinda makes sense if you watch the first 2 movies. It definitely makes sense, but it's still just a disgusting moment. And there's so many other character moments where it's just makes you completely hate every single character in this, besides the Cenobites, because they're murdering these people, and you're like, good, fine, good. Even though I hate the guy who plays Pinhead in this movie, fine, go fucking kill everybody. And that was you know, that was cool, and they got killed. I'll admit, even though it's a cheap-looking movie, it really is. It looks so cheap-looking. Like, it cost maybe $10,000 to make this movie, maybe, if that. But, there is some nice little practical effects with some of the gore at times. There's someone that gets their throat ripped out with the, you know, the little hooks that come out of nowhere when you know, the Cenobites come out, and it just like rips open, and it's kind of disgusting to watch. And there's other parts like that here and there, but for the most part, the gore doesn't make up for how badly written and just terrible and how inconsistent some of the logic is in this movie. I mean, I shouldn't say logic behind a Hellraiser movie. I mean, it's about some weird S&M looking dudes coming out and murdering people, but still, you know, if you watch the first two movies, there's gonna be so many things in here that they kind of not reference but do what those first two movies did, and it's just terrible. It really is. I just hate this movie. I really do. It's so bad. And it's a DVD movie, straight to DVD movie, and it's only made so that the company that has the license for Hellraiser can still have the license to Hellraiser, because they were like running out on that license, and they only made this movie just because of that. But still, it's just a travesty. It's a horrible movie, and some of the gore is nice, but the characters are so just unlikable. The movie itself is stupid as all hell. The acting is horrible. Just everything else is so bad about it. I'm going to give Hellraiser Revelation, or Revelations, whatever the hell it's called, I'm going to give it a 4 out of a 40. That's right, a 4 out of a 40. Oh my god, thank god this movie was like 70 minutes long. That was it, 70 minutes. I hate this movie. So there you go. There's Hellraiser Revelation. Hopefully I'll get to review better Hellraiser movies later on in this month. But until then, thank you and goodbye.